This is just a quick reminder that if you allow yourself to be swayed by circumstances, then you will forever be defined by them. Now, that is not to dismiss anybody's circumstances, it's not to make light of any issues, but it is to make a very important point that the effect is not the cause. And the effect is the circumstance. Circumstances that you're going through, that you're in right now, that I'm in right now, that's an effect. Our state of being, our inner sanctuary, our souls, that's the cause. That's the cause. And if you allow the effect to be the cause, then you will forever be defined by it. And you will live your entire life at the mercy, essentially, of your own prison. And that, my friends, is no way to live. That can indeed be called hell. It's not too dissimilar from it. The thing about circumstances is they can be very loud in more ways than one. I'm not just talking about noise, inner noise too. And they can make you feel like you've done something wrong, like you're a failure, like you can't get it right. Like no matter what you do, you're just not seeing results. But growth doesn't make itself known as it is accumulated. I read that earlier today, when I was working, and it really stuck with me. Growth doesn't make itself known as it is accumulating. And then all of a sudden it shows up. And that's when people say, "Oh, it happened overnight." But you know very well. Okay, and don't get angry about it, but you just know, a silent knowing, it did not happen overnight. That was consistency. That was effort. That was the boring, tedious, monotonous work, the work that I did not want to do, the work that I had to force myself to do sometimes. That did not happen overnight at all. I had to do it so long I forgot about it. I forgot about the results because it just became part of my identity. And then, bam, bam, the results. And it happened overnight. The shift happened overnight. The shift in here. But the actual results, they had to be accumulated. And it can be very hard to stick with that when you're constantly faced with circumstances that are less than savory. You're in a place that you don't want to be in. You're driving a vehicle that you don't want to drive anymore. You want an upgrade. You want a faster vehicle. You want a more durable vehicle. You want to live in a better area. You want to live in a better pad, better apartment, better condo, better house. You want to have a genuinely fulfilling relationship, right? You genuinely want to fulfill your dreams. Like you have a desire inside of you, and you want to live your life according to that desire. And all the circumstances around you are basically screaming at you the exact opposite of that. Seemingly. Here's the hook. Here's the hook, brothers and sisters. Here's the hook. Seemingly. Because guess what? As I said at the very beginning, it all comes back to the beginning. If you allow yourself to be swayed by external circumstances, which will forever be an effect and not a cause, which will forever be an effect and not a cause, then you will forever be at the mercy of them, trapped in your own internal prison. You don't even need a key. You can walk right out. The second you decide and you commit to that decision, the prison walls evaporate. You can just get up and walk right out the door. But you have to make that decision. Nobody's going to make that decision for you. If anything, people will come and make the opposite decision for you. Oh, go here and do this job. Oh, go move here. Go do that. Go be this person. Go act that way. Get with that person. And they'll genuinely think that they're doing you a favor by telling you step-by-step directions how to live your own life. Which will, even if it did work from a societal standpoint and you were a success, you have essentially killed your individuality. Quite literally, you're dead. Like inside of you has died because you let it die. No disrespect, but that's exactly what happened. You let it die. You're a corpse. You're dead now. As Jesus said, let the dead bury their own dead. He wasn't talking about corpses. He was talking about the people because they're dead. They were ignorant. They didn't understand. That's why I had so much compassion because he couldn't look at them, like actually look at them. And he was like, "This is crazy. They don't understand. They don't understand what they're asking. They don't understand." I was the exact same way for a long time. I did not understand, and now I do understand because the Most High has forced me to understand. I try to go back to Egypt. I have tried to go back to Egypt. I can't go back to Egypt. The road's blocked, my guys. The road's blocked. I can't go back to Egypt. I cannot get back to Egypt, bro. I'm in the desert right now. I'm just walking in the desert, under the sky, hearing the birds. I mean, I'm free. I'm hopelessly free. But I tell you one thing, I ain't going back to Egypt. I can't get back to Egypt. I don't know the way. God won't let me. But that's my own journey, right? And I've had to deal with the difficulty of external circumstance in more ways than one. And I find myself more at peace with it now because I don't let it define me. Like when I look, this is how it should be. This is how you should do it, okay, brothers and sisters? This is how you should do it. When you see something out there externally, an unsavory circumstance, something you don't want to happen, something you wish wasn't happening to you, always remember, your response to it dictates its effect on you. Remember, it's an effect. You're the cause. You're the cause of it. So if you say this is happening for me, if you say this is making me better, this is making me stronger, this is making me a more resilient person, this is showing me what I don't want, that's a good one. That's a great one right there. This environment, this circumstance is showing me how I don't want to live my life, which thereby will allow me to understand how I actually do want to live it. It's giving me wisdom. It's giving me understanding. Okay? You've just alchemized it. You've turned the lead of that pain, of that dense, helpless, I'm a victim mentality and pain into the gold of I'm free. I know who I am, and I'm not going to let this define me. Because it cannot define me. It can only embolden me. I read the first chapter of Joshua this afternoon, after I just finished Deuteronomy. And I'm going to make a separate video on that because it's very powerful. But seriously, Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 is one of my favorite verses. Have I not commanded? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God goes with you wherever you go. With you. With you. Wherever you go. And he's leading us into the promised land. And that's not some far off place. Okay? That's right now. That's right now. People need to stop outsourcing heaven. Okay? That's a dangerous mentality, quite frankly. That's a slave mentality, to be honest with you. That was never the goal. That was never that's not it. The kingdom of heaven is within and without. In here and all around. There's no it's hard to explain right now, but I'll make a separate video on that to be more explicit. The point being is to not let yourself be swayed or defined by external circumstance. It will forever remain in effect. You watching this video are the cause. I am the cause. That's what you need to say to yourself. I am the cause. I am the cause. Say it with your heart, not just with your chest either, with your heart. You have to go past believing it. You have to know it. You have to know it like you know your own name. And I promise you, truly, I promise you, with the authority of the Most High, your relationship with your circumstance will not be the same as it once was. It cannot be. You forever altered it by that point. It's now beholden to your perception of it. And it always was, but now you just understand. So now you can wield that power effectively and use it to your own advantage and benefit. This world, it is what it is. And we are who we are. So let us go out and live our lives authentically with that inner knowledge of our own self-identity so that we don't live backward lives looking outside to shape what's in here. No, we know what's in here and we shape what's outside. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way God made it to be. And God gave us that power to use it in our own lives for our own selves. I just want to come on here tonight and tell you all that. Hope it resonated. In fact, no, I don't hope it resonated. I trust it did resonate. And I trust that each and every one of you will use it according to your best judgment and based on your own inner sanctuary and understanding as well. As always, God bless each and every one of you. And remember, and never, ever, ever forget who you